It's a little lonely in here right now. Just waiting on everybody else to join. So I guess I'm going to talk to myself. How are you doing today, Mr. L? Well, I'm doing pretty good, actually. It's a nice little, what's today, Wednesday? Nice little Wednesday. A humpless hump day. Okay. So Katie, if you must have missed the pin tweet, but the hot seat will not be taking place this week. We're going to do it next week because we did have some technical difficulties. Host who is unfortunately not here today, so the hot seat has been moved until next week's Wednesday. So we're gonna do like a little special edition midweek, mid of the bye week Instagram live, and we will be doing the hot seat for myself then. So stay tuned. We're building anticipation. Dum dum dum.
Mhm.
But it's been great conversation so far. So I appreciate y'all for jumping in here. Um, we're gonna give it
Thanks
a
for
few more
coming back.
people. Yep, we're gonna give it a few more people, and then we're gonna go back into our discussion.
Yo, what was that question? What was that last question?
Um, can a person lose value in a relationship, and how do you handle that?
Mm,
Cool. So,
hold on,
Val, Slim, would either one of y'all like to go ahead and jump in there?
Oh yeah, I can go first. But Val, like he buffering. He buffering you right now.
Yeah, yeah, he was buffering. All right, so Val, hold on one second. I got another request from him. There we
How's
go.
that? Sorry
And
about
then
that.
royalty. It was a fantastic question.
That's a
Well,
great
it
question.
was a fantastic question.
Do I
Wonder who
think
asked that
people
one.
first can you lose value in a relationship? I'm gonna say yes. I feel like they can. And not to be misconstrued, I'm not saying like, what you felt for. I'm not saying you're falling out of love with somebody. I'm not implying that. What I am saying is what speaking to what Val was saying earlier about being complacent, or what Akina was referring to about lack of motivation. If you guys start, on the ground level, on the foundation, and start building this house together, and then you notice that you're building more than they're building, you're adding more bricks than they're building to this house that you guys are constructing,
Hmm.
then you may want to, take a hard look. They may, at that point, that your partner who's building this house with you loses value, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Whether they become complacent, they start going real slow, they lose motivation, whatever it is, I think it's absolutely possible for somebody to lose value in a relationship, specifically when they become complacent or start working as hard or stop being as committed to the relationship.
I'm
I feel
gonna
like
I'm
that's
gonna
when they lose value.
I'm gonna throw something else in there along with what you said, Slim, because especially that last part, not being as committed in the relationship. Like I think that when you stop pursuing your partner as well, stop dating them, like stop showing that love and all those things that you were at one point. That's when I do also believe that you can lose your value in a relationship, because if you're still not reassuring your person, catering to being that person that they fell in love. Like we see, and this may be a movie or TV thing, but I've seen it in real life where like, hey, you're not the same person who I fell in love with, you know. And although like yes, I know life can throw in, but like to me, it's like the foundation there, what we built this thing on, what we always said would never change, and those things start to change. Then I believe that a person can start to lose value in you in a relationship.
Most
Mm.
definitely.
Val, man, you
Um,
said all in your eyes and right in here, man. Right in here. This is what gives it all away right here. Every time, anytime somebody says something, you
I don't know.
thank you,
I don't
man.
have a good poker face, so
no.
Let it rip, my brother. Let it rip.
I'm on the same wavelength as Slim to an extent, especially with the becoming complacent. That's the biggest thing right there. Um, Now, something that Slim had said that made me think, and then what you just said too, Mr. L. I think that obviously the definition of value might be different for everybody, number one.
Absolutely.
And then number two, I think that the value for an individual kind of goes up and down, to be honest with you. I say that because there people always have hard times. Doesn't matter who you are. Slim made a great point. You can be a celebrity making all this money and you're still not happy in life. Okay, so um, I feel like it ebbs and flows. Like for example, you can have I can use my situation as an example. Like, there's something going on in the family, somebody's not well, so you now have to transition into being a caregiver in a sense, right? So
Hmm.
you're not working as hard as you used to. So in that sense, depending on how the other person sees it, your value might go down in their opinion.
Hmm.
But once things start to get better, and things are going in an upward trajectory, your value may rise right back up kind of thing. But I think it takes a really good partner to understand your ebbs and flows.
Hmm.
Um, Obviously, if your partner just loses interest for everything and it's there's nothing that's like somebody died, for example, or something happened to somebody kind of thing. They're just like, well, I just want to stay home and just play video games all day kind of thing. To that extent.
Let's say they lose their job.
Okay, if they lose their job, right?
No,
The
it's
I
good.
think the correct response should be, "Damn, I lost this job," especially if you liked it, or even if you
Hmm.
didn't, fuck this job. But the main point that I'm trying to make is, what's going to be my next job? Let me go apply for this job. Can you help me find jobs? However it looks for you. As opposed to, I just lost this job, so now I'm just going to chill and play video games all day, kind of thing.
Yeah,
You know,
like
I think that
Hmm.
makes your value go down, definitely.
yeah, definitely. I don't think your value. I think when we talk about a person losing value, I don't think we mean anything that's instantaneous. You know what I'm saying? Or like a light
Yes,
switch. You feel what I'm saying? We don't mean
exactly.
like that. Mostly, I think we're speaking from a space that happens over time.
Yes.
Like a deterioration of it in a sense. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to a relationship, if someone loses a job, that's like an instantaneous, a drastic switch. You know what I'm saying? Now, if they did it because their own selfish reasons, that's one thing. They did it without a plan, out of anger or something fucking retarded, then shame on them. But if it's just something unfortunate situation, or they were just getting dogged out, or they just want to chase this dream or whatever, I don't think that's a reason to lose value in your partner. Now, if they
Agreed.
lose their job and go downhill, you know what I'm saying, and don't want help, that's a different story.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Then like you may have to count your losses. But, you know,
Hmm.
if somebody just falls on hard times, once again, that's what we're here for. You see them looking, help me look for some jobs, give me some ideas, or what I'm saying, help motivate me a little bit, and then we good. If you see me not wanting the motivation or your little tidbits of motivation aren't inspiring me, then
Mhm.
absolutely go your other way. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to touch back. That's what Keenan said. So I think you gotta like know your partner. You know what I mean? Going back to what
Agreed.
she said. I think it goes to like knowing your partner and like, watching and just, you know, especially if y'all got time and it's different if y'all don't have time in, like that's one thing. You may not know. And I see that's a big investment. But
Agreed.
if you like a married couple or like a extended couple in this time and then you know your partner, like I think you gotta really size shit up.
Hmm. So two things that Obi said, and they're just things that I hold personally. Like one, you definitely need an understanding partner. So when life can get chaotic, things can happen at any turn, at any second. But having a partner who understands, like, hey, babe, maybe I need a day. I just need a day, maybe two. Two. I usually give 48. Hey, sit with it for a little bit, even overnight. Then let's get the grind mode. We don't have to jump straight in. I don't expect for you to have a job right then and right there. I need to see you doing something though, and I'm going to help you because I
Yep.
love you and I'm invested in you and your success and all these things. I'm not going to allow you to sit and wallow in whatever it is that's got you down.
Yep.
Um, so keep it. So yeah. How do we get here? What was it? Oh yeah, value. So how do we handle it though? What's a good way to handle it? So let's say that you are the partner who you see the value decreasing in your partner,
Mm.
what would be the best way, or what are some ways that you would handle it?
I'd understand where their thought process is first, because I know everybody handles these kind of things differently, and I don't want to come off. I'm forgetting my words today. Oh my God. Rude. I don't want to come off, fucked up. Um, those types of words, whatever word you want to
Right.
throw in there. I don't want to come off that way. So I want to try to understand their thought process. What's going on? Especially if it's the example that you just gave. They lost their job. Um, and just understanding where their thought process is, and then asking them indirectly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, um, what is it? No. I take that away. My fault. Ask them directly. What is it that I can do for you? Is there something that
Mm-hmm.
I can do for you, to help you out, kind of thing? But understanding at the same time they might not be ready to move. You know what I mean? Like Obi said, 24 hours to wallow. You said, 48, 72 kind of thing. Depending on the individual, they might need even more time.
Right.
Um, for this kind of thing, and depending on the sensitivity of what's going on, I think it's hard. And again, it depends on what it is. But the timing aspect can destroy the relationship, can destroy that dynamic. Because
Mm-hmm.
I might come in as the partner, right? And I'm ready to help, and I'm like, okay, 3 days have gone by, you haven't really done anything. Let's do something right now. Boom, you get stonewalled, you know. You don't want that. So it's kind of like
Sure.
you want to help the individual, but you kind of sort of have to go at their speed with just a little bit of a come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Not a
Mm-hmm.
full, all right, now let's go. Come on, sit
Yeah.
down. I got your hand. Let's do this shit right now.
You're not just throwing them in the deep end,
Exactly.
and telling them to swim or sink.
Nah. Like that's for me. I'm very compassionate, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know other individuals don't have that type of patience and I completely understand because we're all different. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna approach it with compassion. I'm gonna approach it with patience. Um, but somewhere in there, and I'm going to use the same timeline that you said and Obi, 24 to 72 hours kind of thing. There needs to be some type of movement, some type. It could be even baby steps, but it just has to be
Mm-hmm.
in the right direction for me personally.
Yeah. I'm with you, Val. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna try. Like, I'm a very compassionate and empathetic person. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna try my hardest to help you. And but I'm the type of person where I'm only gonna help you if I see you trying to help yourself to an extent. If I see you doing detrimental or self-destructive behavior, you know,
Yes.
or doing things that just are counterproductive, I'm not gonna at some point quickly now, I've learned to just cut it off because I don't have energy to waste. You know what I'm saying? Especially me per se. I got a kid. You know what I mean? I don't got time to really
Good point.
focus on you like that. I got time to
Right.
focus on you, but not on the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't. Not if you're not trying to move. Like us, at least progress in the right direction a little bit. Like I believe that's very important.
I agree with both of you fellas. There's some things I wanted to highlight real quick before we do close.
Sure.
Um, but like you said, Val, there's a little bit more patience in some people, and one of those things that how you can handle if you're starting to lose the value in your partner, have the direct conversation with them. A lot of the things that we've talked about today, and a lot of things that are back and forth between men and women, simple conversations can be had and solve a lot of it. Because on one hand, you can know if you need a bounce. On the other hand, you can know if you got something still worth going with. Um, and then Slim, what you were just talking about was like, if I can only help you but so much, if you're
Hmm.
not willing to help yourself, and then how long it takes for you to help yourself, I can love you to the end of the earth. But in that situation, if it starts to affect me, now I'm getting brought down with it. Now I'm
Yeah.
doesn't mean that I love you less, but I can't allow that to happen to me because now we're both down in those pits. It's not
Exactly.
good, and I know if I get to that level, it's not good for myself mentally as
Yes.
Yes.
well. So at the end of the day, yes, you are in a relationship, you are married, you are with someone, but you also have to make sure that you're good as well. No matter what somebody or a partner puts you through, or that you're getting from them, the energy, the vibes, whatever it is. So everybody, I think that that's just something that we should make sure we remember, because all these conversations go back to, all right, yourself. Make sure that you're good, or is this something that you want? How do you
I
feel
think
about that person?
I think if, at least for me, I know personally, this last thing I'm gonna say, it's exhausting to constantly have to pull somebody up. And when I say that, I don't necessarily mean like financially. I just mean financially could be one way that I'm sure is exhausting, but it's also exhausting to constantly have to. When I say pull somebody up, I mean constant reassurance. You know what I'm saying? Some people who need uh, um, constant like emotional support like all the time because they may be like super duper fragile and shit. For me, that is also exhausting. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm here to help you get back on level, on ground, on solid ground. But at some point, you got to take the reins of life and find your own happiness and find your own emotional support and be able to meet me halfway. I can't spend the remainder of this eternal life that we're going to walk this earth together, constantly trying to, get you to crack a smile or get you to see the upside or get you to look on the bright side. That shit's like exhausting. At least somebody like me who's a pretty energetic and outgoing and positive person.
I agree with that,
Mhm.
Slim. I definitely do. I think it can definitely get exhausting being the one doing it and being the one who is needing it, you know, um, because you can be the type of individual that like you want to do it and that's just you want to do
Yeah.
it, but it takes a toll on you. It definitely does. So I am with Slim and Mr. L. I think that at some point, as your partner is helping you up, there's a point in time where you're going to need to detach and
Yeah.
bring yourself up as well,
Yeah.
um it
I
does get
like the whole
exhausting.
pushing the little. I believe
Yes,
very
little
much
bit,
in this,
yes.
but we should be doing this to each other. You can bump me on a little bit. I'll bump you on a little bit with
Right.
some shit. You
Boom.
motivate me with some shit, and I motivate you with some shit. That's absolutely fine. You know what I'm saying? Like
Agreed,
so.
100%.
Gotcha. All right, fellas. This has been a great conversation, I think. I mean, I didn't think that we were going to go for a whole hour and a half without AJ
I
being
didn't
here.
either.
And then
Yeah.
boom, here we go. And I didn't even talk that much. That was really y'all. So shout out to y'all for carrying this live. I appreciate the both of you. Any final words, anything, gentlemen, go ahead. We can start with closing out. Tell the people where
Um,
they can find you at, anything that you got going on.
I really ain't got much going on. I just want to say shout out to AJ. We missed you.
Yes.
Hope all is good down where you at, and get out them boonies. I hear they don't like us down there, so get out them sticks. But
Get out the sticks.
facts, man. Everybody in the comments, just thank you for coming, thank you for joining, for staying with us. Y'all was live as usual. Please be nice in the comments. Please be nice to each other. Please don't fucking beef. Please fucking just talk nice and be nice. And
This
we
is a safe
never.
space for everybody to
It's a
come
safe
and
space. It's
share,
Yes.
probably I felt the most static in this motherfucker tonight, but that's another conversation. And with that being said, I am a genuine savage. I am Slim Stay Scheming. I represent 973 Vibes, found on all streaming platforms. My guys, shout out to the just got back in the studio. Shout out to Jay Smooth, G Joe, Big Spanish Poppy, Bravery Studios. Shout out to the Spiritual Tip. Shout out to that's it. Man, fuck everybody else. And that's it, man.
Did you mention foreplay time? I can't remember if you mentioned that before.
Fuck. Oh
973.
shit.
Oh,
Ah,
Joy's gonna watch this and
Oh
he.
shit.
right. Jordan's gonna come for
You
your
niggas
neck.
fuck me up. I'm tired, yo. Mr. L, I feel you. I'm tired, yo. I'm
Hey,
tired of
I'm
shit.
telling you, I told you, yo, the first 2 weeks, bro, you gonna.
Yeah,
It's already
yeah.
past my bedtime. I ain't even gonna lie to
Facts,
you.
dog. I be up at 4:45, yo, in the morning, son. I
5:30
swear to God.
faithfully.
Yo, word, B. But
Yeah, buddy.
Oh man, Val.
man, do your thing, man.
Yes. I'm echoing Slim all the time. Comments. Oh my God. Everybody that came in, thank you so much. Even if you checked out for a little bit, came back in. We always appreciate it. You guys make the show live. Appreciate all the conversation, the back and forth that was going on. Just like Slim said, be nice. Let's be nice. We all have different opinions, okay? So we all can't be right all the time. You know what I mean? We gotta take an L sometimes. Just gonna say that. But again, for real though, thank you so much for joining and all that stuff. Val, Love Lessons by Val. What I aim to do is to help you guys cultivate the healthy dating and relationship life that you all deserve. Solos, couples, understanding your dating scene, whatever it is, everything is on the table. Please feel free to ask. I did stop sessions for now because of personal issues that's going on right now. So when I start back up the sessions, I will absolutely let you guys know. Same thing with the podcast, Intricacies of Dating and Relationships. I'm going to continue to start to get back into a sense of normalcy. So new episodes will be coming up. I just need my time right now with my family so we can get things going.
Katie, don't
And
get kicked off this live.
what happened? Y'all may not be right all the time. Listen, for everybody that don't
Hey,
know, Katie is like one of the best supporters, and she was a supporter since I believe day one, honestly. So truly appreciate it. I appreciate the constructive
we're gonna
criticism.
behave in the rest of this for the rest of the night.
Oh, Mr. L
We
got
are
his
going to
belt.
behave.
He got his belt. Okay, don't let him do what he did last time. Okay, like come on.
Listen,
But
Just a
as
sprinkle.
always, y'all, there you
just a
Just a
go.
sprinkle.
sprinkle.
Just a
Just a
sprinkle.
sprinkle.
But thank y'all for joining, for real. Thank you guys for joining. We always appreciate it.
Oh man, I should get one of those WWE, WWF belts, and put like a big L on it. Like that's gonna be my new belt. It's
That'd
a
be
little
dope.
bit harder to swing, but it'll make a nice little impact. Oh man, simmer down, Katie. Now,
Sounds like a challenge
simmer
for
down.
the championship.
All right, y'all. I am Mr. L, the host of From the Mind of Mr. L podcast, where we discuss topics surrounding sex, whether it's kinks, BDSM, love languages, dating and relationships, a lot of different things that you probably didn't think goes into the dynamic of sex. So come listen or come while you listen, whichever you prefer. Um, you can go to my Instagram page from the Mind of Mr. L. The link is there, found on for the most part all streaming platforms, Apple Music, Google Podcasts, Spotify, all those good things. You will be able to hear these two wonderful gentlemen on more than one episode, as well as AJ. So if you think that we have good discussions during the live, think of one that you don't have to sit and watch, for an hour and a half. You can just go listen to it on the podcast and find out more about us. Again, I'm so sorry. I was looking forward to the hot seat tonight, but again, due to technical difficulties, AJ couldn't be with us. That sounds like she's dead or something. AJ was not present today. All
She was
right,
not
due to
present.
technical difficulties. So next Wednesday, come back here at the hot seat. I think the whole episode may just be about me. So y'all bring all the questions. I'm with it. I need it. I want it all. I feed off of it. AJ, we miss you, girl. We miss you. I don't know if you've ever listened to music and you heard a song and it's great. The lyrics are great. The bass is great. The music is great. But then you take the lyrics out. Then you take the bass out, and it's just kind of like blah. That's how it felt
Mm,
tonight a little bit. Just like the sound in my ear, what I'm hearing. It was still great conversation. The two gentlemen, y'all did y'all thing. But there was something definitely missing to make the three guys and the
absolutely.
girl whole. AJ, we love you. We miss you, baby
Yeah.
girl.
I wasn't that
Um,
shut out.
Yes, a little bit.
fellas, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm thankful for y'all. Val, we still sending prayers up for you, my brother. You
Definitely,
know,
Appreciate you.
definitely, yeah,
anything you
definitely,
need,
bro.
Slim, get that rest. You got, we're gonna chop it up. But I'm proud of you, boy. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Let's go,
Appreciate it, sir.
Slim.
Let's go,
Appreciate it,
Professor
sir.
Slim.
Appreciate
Professor
it.
molding the minds of the young folks.
Hey, look, bro. I had to go read a book right before I started the live at 7 to like 20 something
Hey,
students through
yep,
Zoom at 7 o'clock tonight.
there we go. Again, guys. Oh, I also forgot. Thank y'all in the comments for keeping these things going. It's one thing that we
Yes.
have our conversation, but y'all have a whole. Sometimes I want to stop the conversation we having this.
Yo, there was a couple points throughout the night. My man, Mr. L, was getting straight screen face because he was looking at the
Yeah,
comments.
he's
So,
like,
That's what I usually do when I'm not hosting it. I'm not gonna lie. There was one time where Val was saying something. It might have been everything that I said right after he said it, but because I was paying attention to the conversation, I didn't hear anything he said, and I was just like,
I
yeah,
feel you.
yep, yep.
nah,
So
watching your
y'all,
eyes
we
focus and
appreciate.
shit was killing me.
Oh, listen, man, it's bad. All right, y'all. But So next week again.
Kalina, y'all, you missed it. Yo, you gonna have to come back. Go catch it on the YouTube, man.
Yes.
We're gonna
I got
share.
it back next
Share.
week.
Say these. Save them.
Oh yeah, they're saved in the archive.
Perfect.
All right, it's past my bedtime, gentlemen.
Most definitely.
Love y'all.
Peace.
Peace. Peace.